Drew Scott is known for his big smile, smart suits, and the way he helps families find their dream homes. Alongside his twin brother Jonathan, Drew became a household name with the hit show Property Brothers. But behind the cameras, far from the happy scenes on television, there is a story not many people know. A story of pain, loss, and quiet struggle. This is the heartbreaking tragedy of Drew Scott. Drew and Jonathan were born on April 28, 1978, in Vancouver, Canada. They were inseparable as kids. Whether it was riding bikes or playing basketball, they did everything together. Even as teenagers, they had big dreams. At just 7 years old, they started their first business. Most kids at that age are thinking about toys or cartoons. But not these two. They sold clothes hangers door to door. That sounds small, but it was the start of something big. Fast forward a few years, and the Scott brothers took over television screens. Property Brothers was a huge success. They helped regular people buy and fix homes, turning old houses into beautiful places to live. Drew handled the real estate. Jonathan did the renovation. They were a perfect team. Everyone saw the laughter, the fun, the amazing homes. But no one saw the pain that Drew was hiding inside. In the middle of all the success, Drew faced something that no one is ever ready for. His older brother, James Daniel Scott, started getting very sick. James Daniel had been part of their lives and even appeared in some of their shows. But around 2019, he began having strange health problems. At first, doctors were unsure what was wrong. James Daniel felt dizzy, weak, and sometimes could not get out of bed. He was even afraid he might not survive. For over a year, his health kept getting worse. Drew was heartbroken. Imagine watching someone you love deeply suffer every day and not being able to help. Even though Drew was still filming shows and appearing on television, behind the scenes, he was scared. He spent time by his brother's side, helping him through doctor visits, hospital stays, and difficult days. He kept a strong face in public. But inside, he was hurting. He once said that family means everything to him. So when James Daniel was sick, it felt like Drew's whole world was falling apart. At the same time, Drew was also trying to build his own family with his wife, Linda. They had always dreamed of becoming parents. But that journey was not easy either. They faced problems having a baby. It took years of patience, pain, and hope before they finally had their son in the year 2022. Drew shared how difficult it was. There were silent nights, moments of worry, and tears that no one saw. During all of this, Drew never gave up on his family. Even with all the fame and success, he never forgot what truly matters. He stayed close to James Daniel. He stayed hopeful for a child. And he always made time for the people he loved, even when life got tough. Thankfully, after many tests and treatments, James Daniel started to feel better. He was finally able to walk outside, laugh again, and enjoy life. It was not a miracle. It was months and months of struggle. But Drew stayed strong for his brother. And when Drew and Linda finally welcomed their baby boy, it felt like a light after a long storm. So, why is this story important? Because it reminds us that even people who look perfect on the outside, people on television, in nice clothes, smiling all the time, can be hurting on the inside. Drew Scott did not shout his pain to the world. He kept going, stayed kind, and took care of his family. That is not just strength. That is love. Drew once said, "Success means nothing if you do not have your family around you." Maybe that is the real message behind all those home makeovers and beautiful houses. It is not just about walls, floors, or paint. It is about the people you share them with. Drew's story is not just about sadness. It is about staying strong when life is hard. About being there for the people who matter most. Now that you know the truth behind Drew Scott's journey, maybe you will see him a little differently. Not just as a television star, but as a brother, a husband, a son, and a man who walked through pain and kept going. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if this story touched your heart.